Hello, hello, my dear friends. I just wanted to stop by, let you know I'm still live and kicking. Not kicking very high, but I'm still live and kicking. And my main thing today is I one of you wonderful subscribers asked me in a comment, have I ever watched this lady, Jennifer Clauson? And I said no, but I'm gonna look right now. But this lady had also mentioned that Jennifer Clauson, she sits out in her garden. She's in Australia. She sits out in her garden and sits there and she stitches. And so in her videos, you can always hear the birds, different birds in the background. And a lot of them, she knows exactly what they are, and she'll tell you what bird you're listening to. And just to watch her stitching and talking, and she got such a soothing voice. I just, right away, the first video, I said, I'm going to subscribe to this lady. Now, I don't subscribe to a whole lot. I watch a whole lot, but I don't always subscribe. And because some are just, I don't want to say anything mean about them because they're not like ugly or anything, and they're not dumb or anything. There's just some that I don't connect with. Well, this lady, Jennifer Clauson, instantly there was a connection. And then I thought, wow, she's just down to earth, simple lady. And then I seen she was looking at a book in one of her videos, and I thought, I wonder what that book is, because I just do love books. Come to find out, she's wrote books on her what she calls free form. What did I write it? Foolproof free form embroidery. And so far, what I've watched mostly of is her doing embroidery with ribbons, like ribbon embroidery. Which at one time during my this is why you can never get rid of stuff. One time during my destashing days, like in this past year, I got rid of, donated to a thrift shop, a whole, well, it was a fishing tote box that you could put fishing things, but it was full of little spools of very narrow ribbon. I thought, I'll probably not use this narrow ribbon. Let's just to put that and donate. Kids, of course, were happy that I was donating something. Now I think, why did I donate that box of ribbon? But I still do have some real narrow ribbon that I can use. But she does ribbon embroidery. She does a lot of flowers and freeform. And so, of course, I had to get out. Now that I've got an abundance of hoops and different fabrics, this fabric is some kind of a linen. But I just thought, well, I'm going to just practice on here making stems. And I think this is called the stem stitch. I'm not sure what it is. But one thing about this lady, Jennifer, is she says, I'm not really here to teach. I'm just here to show you what I do. And I thought, whoa, I've said that a million times. I don't want to teach any. I just show you what I do. And so like right now, what I do is I just follow the leader. I just want to do what Jennifer Clauson is doing. But like, she's got different projects that she's working on all at the same time. She might work on a snippet roll, or she might be working on crazy quilt pieces. And like, I haven't watched a lot of her videos, but I have watched some. And so, yes, Papa? Are you out of chewing gum?
Yeah.
You're out completely?
No, not completely. I got another pack.
You got another pack. Okay, I'll order. I'll order some today.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome, darling. Okay, Papa's out of chewing gum. He has to have his chewing gum, and he goes through a lot of chewing gum. But I sure'd rather him use that chewing gum than that old tobacco he used to use. And the only chewing gum he uses, what is this? Double mint? I don't know, it's just double mint in a green box. And and he goes through a lot of chewing gum because he's always got chewing gum in his face, in his pie hole. So I'll order him some. So we don't want him to run out. What is this kind of? Hang on. Yeah, he just brought me the box. He goes, it's empty. When I see him with a box in his by his chair, I just assume he still has plenty, but I didn't know this was. I guess it just says Wrigley's Double Mint. But anyhow, yeah, I'll put this right here so I won't forget to order that today. And but yeah, he used to use tobacco. You know, a lot. He would chew tobacco, and oh God, his breath would stink. He'd drool on his shirt, and ugh, it was nasty. And I didn't like for him to come and give him me no smooches with all that nastiness. So, but when he quit chewing tobacco, was right. He's had a knee replacement a couple years ago, and the orthopedic doctor told him he was in so much pain with that knee, and the orthopedic doctor told him, said, I will do your surgery and I'll get you a new knee, but I will not do it if you have any use of tobacco, because with the tobacco in your system, nicotine in your system, your the it 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 inhibits the healing. So he says, I won't do it unless you stop doing that tobacco for at least 6 weeks. Well, Papa was in extreme pain with his knee, and he knew he wanted a new knee. And so he come home that day, and he threw out his whole pouch of tobacco, which each one of them pouches of tobacco was like $10, $12 expensive. And so he threw it away that day. And he said, I'll just get me a pack of gum and see how that goes. And he did. He got him a pack of gum. And that's what he's been doing ever since. So I keep him in his supplied in his chewing gum, because I want him to be happy without tobacco. But anyway, the other day, yesterday, he was sitting out on the front. We were sitting out there, and he pointed to his knee. He goes, why do I got this big scar on my knee? And I said, Papa, that's where you had your knee replacement. It's when you got your bionic knee. He goes, oh, do I have a bionic knee? Did I get a knee replacement? I said, yeah, you did. He goes, when that happened? He really doesn't remember this stuff, and it's only been a couple years ago. And so that he got a knee replacement, but he doesn't remember. It makes me feel bad that his memory is like it is, but you know, we take it one day at a time. He remembers important stuff. So what I'm going to do here actually is I'm just going to keep doing this like little stems. I'm just going to keep I'm just going to keep making little stems. I don't have any pattern or anything. And then when I get and this is just going to give me practice making stems. And, sometimes what I try to do is go too quickly. I want to go fast, so I make too big of stitches. Well, that's one of the things I'm going to try to practice not doing, is to just make smaller stitches. And I'm using this here um, yarn that come with one of the kits, some of the extra, because I don't think it's actually, I think it might be uh, uh, for crewel embroidery. Somebody mentioned in a comment something about crewel embroidery. Well, that's a whole nother ball of wax for this old lady. And so I'm going to be looking more into crewel embroidery and see what is the difference between the crewel embroidery and there's so many things now that I know. Just, I guess, regular embroidery, cross stitch embroidery, crewel embroidery, um, straight, what is it they call needlepoint embroidery. Um, I think it's pretty much all the same thing, but I guess maybe using different kind of floss or different kind of fibers. And so I find it interesting to learn these new things like that. So, but when watching this lady, Jennifer Clauson, Clouston, I'll put a link below. And it's just interesting. And what I like about her, like the first couple of videos of hers that I watched, I didn't have any idea that she is also an author. I just was listening and I thought, well, she just sounds like just a regular, just like a regular old me. And then come to find out she's wrote at least 3 books. Maybe there's more, I don't know. And so, but then she's got this channel. I don't know how long she's had the channel. I said, well, I'm just going to watch her channel, see what I can learn from that. And I went on Amazon, and boy, if I was rich, I'd just go order them all. But she's got to where some books you can go and read part of the book right there on it. And so I'm going to read, and I'm probably will end up ordering one of her books, but I'm going to check them all out first to see which one would be most helpful and useful to me. So, but see now, if I make just a bunch of stems, and once I get stems done, then I put a flower at the top of the stem, I think that would be like awesome. And just to make like a bouquet of flowers. Just to make like a bouquet. And like nothing I do will be right, but everything will be right in my book that I haven't written. But anyhow, okay. Now, these next few days, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be a little rough. There might be some days that I don't do a video because I've got like 1,000 things on my mind. Well, I got one thing on my mind, and that's my son. My son is, well, the doctors have decided that there's nothing, that they cannot fix his leg. They cannot, there's nothing that they can do to save the leg. The leg is basically dead. Basically, I guess. And so, although they're going to continue doing the every other day cleaning, and I know there's a word they use for that, what they're doing is going in and taking out all of the non-viable flesh. They're going to continue to do that, but either on Tuesday or Wednesday, they're going to take from the knee. He'll keep his knee. His knee is okay. And he'll keep his knee, and below the knee, maybe, hopefully, at least a couple inches below the knee. And they're going to take the leg. The foot there is no feeling in his foot, and it's just swelling and getting big old blisters on it. There's problems. They would have probably not tried to fix it at the beginning and just took his foot. But it would have been better if they could have saved it. So that's why they were trying. There's going to be some danger in them taking the leg because he's got a problem, which we have so much in our family, a problem with blood clotting. I take medicine for blood clotting. My mother passed away at age 62 with bilateral blood clots to her lungs. My grandmother and grandfather, her mother and father, both passed away at 59 and 60 years of age with from blood clotting problems. Well, a lot of both of them, their reasons for passing was blood clots. And so it's in our family. Our blood is just thick. And so, of course, now all these years later, because my mother passed in 1989. And so you know, research has come a long way in it, but it still is a very, very it's kind of a very touchy thing. Now, for my son's blood clots, like I take warfarin, which is a generic for Coumadin, and I take that every day. One day it'll be 4 milligrams, the next day it's 3, and next day it's 4, and then I go every month to have my blood work done to make sure it's okay, to see if I have to change it. And so, but my son, he can't use the warfarin or the Coumadin, so he takes some kind of injection. I don't remember the name of the medicine, but he gets an injection for his blood. They have already, for him now, for him the oh Lord, Elizabeth Marie, can you think? My brain is just gobbledygook. I get another needle here. Yeah, he has some kind of injections. So now they want his blood to clot. They want his blood to clot. But yeah, they want his blood to clot. But he's got a problem with the clotting, because too much thick blood is not good for him. Let's see, I'm going to split this pink. I'm using 2 strands in that stem, and I'm going to use 3 here in this little flower I want to try to make. All right, and so I think it was last year. One day they took a clot out of his arm, and the clot went from his elbow to his shoulder. It was that long of a clot in his arm, and they took that out, and so he really has a problem with the blood clotting. And so that's going to be the problem going into this surgery this week coming. And so, of course, I have of course, I'm nervous. They told him when the doctor team came into his room yesterday evening, they told him that, they told him, be sure your family's here. And so his wife and his 3 children that are over there, his young children, are, they'll all be with him. Also, the pastor of his church will be there. And I'm not doing good here because I need my thread. I need my thread. I need my threader. I need my needle threader. And so, just a minute, I'm getting my needle threader. No, I'll use this piece of wire threader. So they're going to be there with him. I can't be there with him. He lives in Arizona. I live in Florida. So, no, I can't be there. For one thing, I can't fly. If I could fly, I can't afford to fly. And it's too far for me to walk, and I couldn't walk it. But anyway, I'm going to be there in spirit. And I'm already worried half out of my gourd. And so what do we do? What do we do? So that's where he's at now. Either Tuesday or Wednesday, either he's going to have this surgery. They hadn't scheduled it yet on their little OR calendar. So I'm going to try and make a flower right here. So yeah. Okay, then so yeah, that's it. I'll keep you all updated as to how that works out for him. Now see, I think I can make a lazy daisy flower. I think I remember how to do that. And so yeah, that's going to happen Tuesday, Thursday. Now, I've had a lot of questions too about the dog. The dog is fine. The dog is a big dog. I think it's part pit bull and part something else. I don't know what all it is. But the dog, of course, at the beginning when it happened, got scared half to death and went running out of the house or something. But he's now fine. I think it's a he. He's fine. And I asked, it might have been a stupid question, but I asked my daughter-in-law, I said, did the detectives take maybe a footprint or a hair sample or anything from the dog just to prove that you didn't pull that trigger? And she said, no, they didn't take anything like that. And you'd think they would, but I watch a lot of these detective shows, So I thought maybe they would do that, but no, they didn't do that. So they didn't arrest the dog or anything and put him in the pokey. Well, this isn't looking like a flower, is it? But that's okay. It doesn't need to look exactly like a flower. This could be a different flower. I guess I shouldn't leave my green thread hanging from the bottom because it's too much of an entanglement thing. And so yeah, that's about the update of my dog. Oh, and then they have 4 dogs, or they had 4 dogs. But 3 of the dogs that stay outside, when Renee got up yesterday morning, I guess, my granddaughter, when she woke up, all 3 of them dogs were dead. And all it could be was that somebody set out some poison and them dogs got into poison somewhere. And I kind of don't think they intentionally tried to poison those 3 dogs. But one thing they have in the mountains is a lot of rats. Oh, I got to take this thread off of here. They have a lot of wild rats that live in the mountains. And in fact, in their cars, when they park a car, when you go somewhere and you come home and you park the car, they leave the engine, the hood open because the engine is nice and warm, and then the mountain rats will get in your car and they'll want to live in there, and they will chew up your wiring. And so they can be a hazard. So we're thinking that I'm thinking somebody probably put poison out for rats, and those 3 dogs got into it. And 3. I thought, good night. And Renee loved her dogs. My goodness. And so she's like upset. I don't even know if they've even told Skeeter about them dogs. Okay, this is turning out to be kind of a weird video. Wouldn't you all agree that it's a little weird? But that's okay. This is going to be a weird little flower right here that I'm making. And but I'm going to just keep making this flower. I'm going to look at them books. Well, I got to order his chewing gum, so I don't get paid from YouTube-ish people till the 21st, so but bet your ding-dang dollar I'll probably order a book. Well, maybe not. Sometimes lately I'm doing something different. I'm trying to put something into my cart and just leave it sit there a couple of days before I actually order it. Because I can't really be affording to order stuff all the time, and most of the stuff I don't really need. So yeah, now I got enough kits. I'm telling you, I got enough supplies for needlework to last me from now till the cows come home. And but look, you can even make just a little tip of a flower like that on there. So I can make some of them that are in full bloom. And then I can see like this. Wait a minute, where's my, okay. See, I just pull that thread through there. And then I make it a loop. And then I go back down where I just come out of. And then then see, I still have that loop, but then I put my thread up in to where I want that loop to end. And just pull gently. Don't pull it too tight, otherwise you'll have a funny looking petal. Well, I have funny looking petals anyway, but. And then there's a petal, see? And see, I don't do anything unless it's simple. But I hope that you all will, if you're any, there's some people that teach, and not she says, I'm not really teaching, I'm just showing you what I do. And that's what I like. And so, a lot of teachers, there's a lot of perfectionists out there. Now see, look at that with just 3. I think that's pretty. And then she uses a lot of beads too. So I could get a bead and put the bead right there at the center. And wouldn't that be pretty? And that can go with little leaves. And so you're just kind of just doing whatever comes naturally and just play. And that's what I'm going to do with this piece right here. That's what I'm going to do. It's just a little practice piece that I'm going to just play with. And hopefully, I can already tell that it'll be pretty. I can already tell it'll be pretty. And that's with just, what did I say that was? Foolproof freeform embroidery. It's freeform. It's freeform embroidery. That means I don't have no nothing but freeform. And this is like a linen fabric, but she uses some of the stuff she uses. She'll just, one of them that I watched her look like she was stitching on a piece of a sweater or something. And so you kind of don't need anything of fancy, just whatever. And so, let's see, did I have anything else? Okay, there was no mail today, so we're at 84 cards, I think, right now. So he's definitely made his 80. And then somebody told me there won't be mail tomorrow because it'll be President's Day. So then we'll still have Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday for him to still get cards. But even if he gets them afterward, we're counting them. But all the cards that he gets over the 80, that's how many more years he's going to live. See that? That's scientific. And so already, since there's 84, and that's not even counting the box packages that are over there, he's going to live to about 163. Anyway, but anyhow, that's what's going on here in the household of the crazy, idiot, strange people. Nah, we're not strange. Crazy little. At least we admit it. And so my mind is going to be all over the place. It already is all over the place right now because, for one thing, I can't be over there. There's no possible way. If I had all the money in the world, I couldn't go over there. I can't fly. And it's too far to walk. So I'm going to just be a mommy from afar. From afar. I'm going to be a mommy from afar. And I thank you all who are sending cards to Papa. His birthday is going to be so special. I think I just heard him come in again. I'm going to read you whatever Jesus wants us to hear today. And today is the 16th. Ooh, that's my one of my granddaughter's birthday is today. I think she's 23 or maybe she's 24. But she's chose to eliminate me from her space for right now. For right now. I think that'll change in time. But when her mama, Tommy Sue, passed, she thought somebody should have been able to save my mama. And I didn't save her, so she's a little upset with me. And I kind of can understand that. And it's okay. Although I miss her. I haven't seen her in over a year. And she lives in the same town as I do. And I love her. God, I love her so much. And, but a lot of times when you lose a loved one, you might look for who's to blame. And because since I lived right next door to her mama, my daughter, she feels that I could have helped and saved her somehow. And maybe, but no, I don't think so. Oh, Lord, so much going on. I can't lose a son now. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and read what it has to say for Kimberly's birthday. And for today, it says, Jesus says, thank me for the conditions that are requiring you to be still. Do not spoil these quiet hours by wishing them away, waiting impatiently to be active again. Some of the greatest works in my kingdom have been done from sick beds and prison cells. Instead of resenting the limitations of a weakened body, search for my way in the midst of these very circumstances. Limitations can be liberating when your strongest desire is living close to me. Quietness and trust enhance your awareness of my presence with you. Do not despise these simple ways of serving me. Although you feel cut off from the activity of the world, your quiet trust makes a powerful statement in spiritual realms. My strength and power show themselves most effective in weakness. Isn't that something that it says, although you feel cut off from the activity of the world, and I think a lot of elderly feel that way because when you're young and you're able to just flitter and flutter all over, and then you just like, I don't drive anymore, I can't hardly walk, I just can't, and you feel almost cut off. And so, and here for the verses in Zechariah 2:13 says, be still before the Lord, all mankind, because he has roused himself from his holy dwelling. And in Isaiah 30:15 says, this is what the sovereign Lord, the Holy One of Israel says. In repentance and rest in your salvation, in quietness and trust is your strength, but you would have none of it. And then in 2 Corinthians 12:9, I guess that's the Amplified Version, it says, but he said to me, my grace, my favor and loving kindness and mercy is enough for you, sufficient against any danger, and enables you to bear the trouble manfully. For my strength and power are made perfect, fulfilled and completed, and show themselves most effective in your weaknesses. Therefore, I will all the more gladly glory in my weaknesses and infirmities, that the strength and power of Christ, the Messiah, may rest, yes, may pitch a tent over and dwell upon me. Now, like I've said to you before, sometimes I have to read something 3 or 4 times before I can comprehend, because I don't comprehend everything right away. But I'm sure there's something good in there that I just have not comprehended right now. But thank you for listening anyway, and hopefully you comprehended something out of there. And I'm going to continue playing with this. Who knows what it'll be? I want all different colored flowers. But yes, Jennifer Clauson, Clauston. She's got a channel, and she's a sweet lady. Oh my gosh, you will love listening to her. And out in the yard, out in your yard, out in the garden, then she can hear the birds. Okay, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and keep you safe and secure, keep you happy, humble, and healthy, and and no matter what, you guys, no matter what, stay another day. God bless and keep you, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.